Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Darlene. Good morning, Annie. Good morning, Deirdre. Good morning, Kathleen. Hello, everybody. Okay, let's go into our hearts and call the rest of the family in here. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, Deirdre. And what day are we? And it's prayer day. Day 86. All right. Let's go into our hearts. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in light and release that light out of you to the world. I am enough. I am worthy. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day. I am joyful. I am kind. I am peaceful. I am loving. And send that love out and draw somebody into your heart. Give them a big heart hug and make sure you give yourself one. So hug yourself first of all. Good morning, Kathy Hand. There's our Brandy girl. Brandy, I hope you're feeling so much better. Oh, thank you, Darlene. I appreciate your words. Good morning, Auntie Jean. And who else do we have? I think that's it. I think I said good morning to all of you that gathered in here this morning. I'm so glad you're here. It's a great day, isn't it? It's Wednesday. Wednesdays are great. That's when we remember our magnificence and we bring each other to the table to pray for, to lift up, to share love with our loved ones who may be going through something that they just need our support and our love, like our Hope Wellington Marshall. Let's lift her up this morning. I don't see Montana in here yet giving us an update, but I hope she will. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Good morning, Kathleen and Leo. Good morning, all. So great to see you. And you gave your heart hug to Brandy. Let's all send a big heart hug Brandy's way and wish for better feeling days. Let's put it that way. And hoping that this rain is going to let up where I'm at. And I know there's been rain there in Florida. Our Florida peas are getting rained on and have been getting rained on. And let's pray that that lets up. And I forgot to put my phone on airport mode so that it will stop making noise. It's the only way I know how to make it stop right now. All right. And I think our Marietta is watching. So big smiles to you, Marietta, because Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. And curious minds want to know where our Marietta and Ed are. Where in the world is Sweet Dreams? And how is Sweet Dreams? How's it holding up with its journey? We'd love to know. All right. Well, it is prayer day. If you have anything to add to our prayer list, now is the time. Put it in the comments. And I'm going to get a Kuan out for us. Oh, Kathleen, I love that. There's so many people that need the heart hug. So Kathleen has a big enough heart. She's going to share with all who are in need of that. So thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. I'll receive one of those, please. And all right, Brandy, let's see it letting go. Remember to tell yourself, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy. And you have hazy skies, Darlene. Yeah, from the fires. I know. I saw early this morning somebody had posted from Virginia, and it had reached all the way down there, all that smoke haze from Canada. And we need to hear from our Dr. Don that he's okay with all those fires going on. He's right up there in Canada. So hopefully he'll come on. I talked to him, I think, yesterday. All my days are running together right now, but I did talk to him recently and hoping that everything is well with the fires. All right, so Kuan Yin says, uniquely you. The more we are willing to become authentic, something is happening with the connection. Make sure we got connection here. Not sure what's happening. Okay, something's happening with the connection, so hopefully it's going to hold for prayer time today. Uniquely you. I know the video looks a little off as well. The more we are willing to become authentic rather than conventional, the more we will need to eschew conditioning in favor of aliveness. Be willing to run the risk of being authentic so that you can live from your heart and experience real joy. I love this card. And I've got our angels in my pocket book. And I don't think we have time to read the angel message. We don't have time for story time, but I hope that you'll go read it on Angel Speakers. It's called The Miracle Story of Your Life. And it was a sweet story. And the quote is, life is a book, and there are 1,000 pages I have not yet read. So please go to Angel Speakers and read that message from the angels that came in last night, because we all have our stories that are ongoing and they're constantly shifting and changing for us. Linda Lemieux, good morning to you. And Auntie Jean says the haze has even reached Texas. We are advised to stay indoors this week. Oh dear. Kathy has sunny skies until Saturday, and then finally 80-degree weather. And you have some of the Canadian wildfire smoke as well. Well, let's see that those wildfires going out, because we certainly don't need that. Marietta says, I am. We are docked in upstate New York at the start of the Erie Canal. We are waiting for them to make repairs on the canal lock. EIWP, we are safe and happy and grateful. Awesome. All right, and Deirdre, you have the fires as well. Oh boy. Kathleen, please add Reverend Maria Hughes, 88, and broke her hip yesterday. She made it possible for me to attend ministerial school, and she ordained me many years ago. Oh, let me pull it up so I can add her right now. Reverend Maria Hughes. Okay. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to double check with Kathy Hand that we are on page 12. And I'm pretty sure we are, but Kathy, if you'll just please double check me on that. All right, find my prayer list. Why is it hiding? There it is. Things are going a little bit slow this morning. And my nose is itching. Come on. Just bear with me for a moment. Let me get this name written in, and if you have any other names, please put those in the comments. Oh my gosh, it is really seriously not cooperating. Okay, done. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I got that one. Maybe 13. I think it's 12. I don't remember reading this one yesterday. Okay, we're going to read 12 because I'm pretty sure I didn't have my pen handy yesterday to mark off the page, but I have it today. So, okay, so from Angels in My Pocket, and let's hope that Pocket is listening. I haven't seen Blue come in, but maybe she's listening with her, sorry. And Joanne, good morning. Thank you, Auntie Jean. Yeah, I thought it was page 12. Whatever you decided to focus on in a particular lifetime will bring you opportunities for that giant leap in your understanding and the power you have within you. We are right beside you always. When that fire gets too hot, we are holding you and helping you to breathe. I love that. So many times when we're going through that struggle, we're calling out for help, right? We're saying, help, help. And the help is right there. We just are not opening up to it yet. So they're encouraging us to feel them when we're going through something that's really harrowing in life. Dear ones, breaking free from the chains of trauma is a journey, not a destination. It's about learning to live with the scars while refusing to be defined by them. Learning to live with the scars. How many times have you wanted to cover up a scar? I did. I've got so many scars, physical scars, and I would look at them and I would just think how ugly they were until it hit me. Every one of those scars was something I went through, some fire, some storm, some kind of life-changing event in my life. So use that. Use that as part of your story that makes you who you are in the now moment. We don't have to cover up our scars. Take a moment each day to reflect on the blessings, big and small, that have found their way into your life. You'll be surprised at how happiness and butterflies gravitate toward a heart full of gratitude. Have you ever noticed that? That when you are in this awe and wonder stage and there's butterflies everywhere that seem to just appear, or birds, or dragonflies, just pay attention next time when you're sharing your blessings and your gratitude. Just look around and see what shows up for you. It's right there. It's our gratitude that opens our eyes to it. All right, the last one on this page, and if you're following along in the little book, I love reading and hearing at the same time. So maybe you'll like to do that as well. When you feel that your voice is not being heard or acknowledged, keep talking anyway. When your feet hurt and you find it hard to take one more step, keep walking anyway. When you feel that you are down to your last ounce of love to give away, keep loving anyway. I love that. It reminds me of a song. And I can see her face, Martina McBride, that sings the song about I'm going to love you anyway. And just love yourself through whatever you're going through. Love each other through those trials and those tribulations. Even when you feel like you don't have any more to give, reach deep down inside and give it anyway. I love it. And Deirdre, you've learned that all the abundance you do have has nothing to do with money. That was a surprise because I thought I was getting the wrong information. Abundance is not about money. Sure, it can be a part of it, but abundance, it's that filling up of your soul, filling you up to overflowing. I love that. All right, so let's go into our prayer time. I'm going to pull up the list, and I don't see any other things that I need to add to it. And I think I saw, Deirdre, I saw you put in the prayer maybe for today. Yes, you did. Thank you. There it is. And let me go to the prayer list so I can get it ready to put up on the screen. So prayers for all human, for Gaia, and all who live on her back. For world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for our troops and our United States, and continued prayers for our beautiful Hope Wellington Marshall. Tomorrow night, I will be with Lisa Jo Davis and Julia Grief, and we will discuss human trafficking. We'll talk about Save Someone's Child, and I will share the website where people can go to find out more information and I'll have the poster ready for anyone who wants to download it and print that out. So that's tomorrow night. I believe it is at, I want to say 8:30 Eastern time. I know that's a little late in the evening, but Julia is in Japan. So we're trying to accommodate her because it'll be early morning for her when we go on the air. All right, so let me bring up the presentation. Ooh, the sluggishness this morning. Everything is taking super slow or super long to get up on the screen. Okay. And then we had, I believe, Brandy, I saw that you put in the prayers for anyone touched by suicide or dementia of any kind. Thank you for that. Beautiful daily prayer. And Jean wants us to pray for Ringo, who's having breathing problems. And I'm sure that those fires and the smoke from the fires are not helping Ringo Annie at all. So prayers for that little one. Let me see how the prayer list is doing. It's uploading. Thank you all for being patient this morning. Thank you for praying. Thank you ahead of time for sending love to each name that's read, remembering that each person that's on our list is someone that you have brought to us. It's a loved one, a loved animal, a place in the world, a situation. So as I read each name, just please send love from your heart and envision us lifting all of these names up to the Creator. And Kathy Hand. Yes, Kathy, I added Amanda and Brandy yesterday. So thank you for that reminder. Yeah, everything is super slow today, so it's coming in, just taking its time. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Wow, I don't think it's ever taken this long before. All right, let me stop it and restart it and see if that will help. You're welcome, Kathy. The fires must be interfering with the satellites because it doesn't normally take this long to upload that prayer list. I think there may be some music playing. I had the birds singing to us, but sometimes it changes to thunder and rain. So, Darlene, that's probably what you're hearing, and I will turn that off before I start reading the names. All right, so while that's happening, let's just listen to some of the chimes. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. All right, I think we have success, you guys. Okay, let me turn off the music. Okay. Remembering all of us, we are all the P's for peace. Peace on earth, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents that are dealing with alcohol and addiction of any kind in their loved ones. Prachetta, Prachir, and Goofy. Aunt Mina and Neil. Aunt Mina just had a birthday this week. Navriti, Jasmine and her family. Billy Hawkins and her family. Sheila and Kevin Gooden and their family. Gary Langford, Cecil Boone, who, as far as I know, is still in the hospital. So lifting Cecil up, and my sister Loretta and his family. Nola, Joanne Castrillo. And Joanne, I'm so glad you made it home safe through all of that Florida weather. Your husband John and your family, especially Jackie and Eris. Dolores Cook, LZ, Elaine, Deirdre and Thump, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Tia Frenetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and her family, and remembering her son-in-law who is deployed in the military and away from family, Jacob, Marietta and Ed, Leo Harley and family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jim, Ryan, Josie and her mom, and thanking sweet Ricky for being with us every day, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Loriot and their family, Jean and Ron Loriot and family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs, your family and your fur babies, Fred, Rosalind Good Vibes, Jimmy Wright, Sally and Tony De La Rosa and their entire family, including their grandson who is deployed, Stacy Phillips, Kathy and Bob Hand and your family, especially Colin and Marlena, Bo and Candy Hand, Christina, Gage, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and her family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and family, Hope Wellington Marshall, lifting our hope up very high for physical healing, and all of her beautiful family, Zena and her daughters and her mom and dad, Carrie Baker, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Annie Seven and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandchildren, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and her family, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their 2 daughters, Beata and Juliana, Linda Lemieux, your sons, your grandchildren, and your friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their family, John, Tatiana, Buster, Wayne, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Blue Jean and Dave, and all the fur babies and those beautiful horses that she's taking care of, especially Dolly and Rain, who will be there on her property soon, Chance and Shasta, Noel, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and her family, Dylan and sweet baby Max, and Brookie's Aunt Jeannie and Dylan's father, Paul, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Lilianne in Norway and all of her family, Kathleen Caputo, physical healing for you, Kathleen, getting you up to 100%. Baby Wyatt, baby Haven, baby Divine and their family, Caden, Tinsley Rose, Kat, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis and her family in Kenya, especially her sisters, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Jeannie Aguilar and her grandson, and he is probably at the doctor right now having a procedure done. So lifting that little guy up really high. His name is Luke. Eric, Tammy Fisk and family, Rochelle Martinez and her mom Rose, Lori, Kelly, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, and especially her sister-in-law, Jeannie's sister Merle, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Crincoli and her friends and family in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Kenneth, Bobby, Monsi, Kamal, Akil and the Pakistan orphans and the whole country of Pakistan, Yuri, Scott, Mary, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Dido Clark and Harry, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Sue and grandchildren, Janie Stamler, Claudel Jackson, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Jerry, Michelle Landers and her family, especially her son and daughter, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Miles and Sarah, Joanne McConn-New, Whitney, Jude Doughton, Karen Gibbons and her daughter, Julie Kiss and her mom Cynthia and her husband, Courtney, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Compamans, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Yolanda, Sully Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her family, Joey, Terry, Solar and Maya, Leanne, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes and Odd Barnes, Gun Ellen Sundahl, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Sonia Kay, Miles, Anjali Baha, Paula Graca, David Brett, Colleen, Dallin Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Brandy Chari, and Dustin, JT, Francis Navin, Shanna, Danielle Riverin and family, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, and I think we lost our presentation. Sorry, guys. See if it'll straighten up. There we go. Barbara and Diane, Kim, Catherine DeSanti and her sister Rose, Mary Jane, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and family, Eric and John, Darlene Osei, Paul and Liam G., Pam, Daniel McGraw, Minner Brumley, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Donna, Nancy, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Kim Bevan, Gabby Forster, Don B. and his family, Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capola Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Sandy, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, all areas of conflict on our Earth planet, and all individuals and groups who are being targeted for abuse. Ashley Miller, Alina, Susanna, Lana, Grace Anna, Kim Coles Ventnor, Shoshana Sabring, Stephen, Keith, LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, Heather, Kim, Jennifer M., Cassandra Brown Henry, Tim Smith, Jeanette and Eric, Rachel Warren and her family, Mark Hunter, Pat, Ainsley Grace and her mom, Kathleen Biscomi, Betty, Judy Dorn, Kelly, Alma Jean, Jim Mershon's father, Rebecca Abraxas, Dana Rados, Darlene Trainer and her fur babies and her husband Richard, Patricia, Jennifer Schwab and family, Steve Newman and Carol, Janet, Blue's sister Timmy, Margarita Estrada, Donna Sobel and Joanna, Soma, Christopher Elzie, Emerson, Louisa Almeida, Patricia Torinas, Don Baker and his family, especially Gia, Norman Ratner and Monica, Richard Scarborough, Richard James, Kathleen's cousin in Florida, Andre Latrulia, Kathy's co-workers and supervisor, and we've added Amanda and Mandy, lifting them up, Rose, Danica and Annette, Mike, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lucy's mom Mary, Thandi Williams Wise and Vanette Hilma Mazel Cocajon, Justin Brown and family, James, Justina, Hans, Sherry Graham, the Wilk family, Ken and Tabitha, Susanna, Kelsey, Aunt Una, Max Smith, Jackie, Jeremiah, Noel Marshall and Bob Weiner, Vinny, Dylan's Uncle Chris, Linda M., Martha, Shad Anderson, Joy, Holly Ann, Zita, Beji, Ali, Bree, Stephen Hoskins, Tara, Soma, Ben, Pat, Dee Dee, Linda, Julie, Dana Benson and Kitty, Laura Olivia, Alex, Margie, Anne, Rio, Mark, Adam, Alexandria and Lexi, Robin Miller, Jennifer Mitchell's family, Warner, Terry, Liz Eden and Serenity, Keith Leggett's family, Leah, Gina Marie Burrell, Janine, Rihanna Stowell and family, Kathy's brother Paul, Chloe's family, Bob P., Ricard, Rhea, Paisley, Yoli, and Auntie Jean, please give us an update on Yoli, Carrie Kiss, Bentley, and Dr. Maria Hughes. So let's remember each of these as we lift them high, lift them up, 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 right to the great central sun of the Creator. And we release these prayers that we have laid before you now into your hands, knowing that your love surpasses all understanding. May we find peace in surrender, patience in waiting, and joy in receiving. Teach us to remain steadfast in hope and to look for the signs of your presence in all that unfolds. Thank you, Creator, for the blessings yet to come, the lessons we will learn, and the love that surrounds us always. And please join me in this prayer. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. We thank you, God. We thank you for hearing our prayers. We thank you for answering each and every one that was just lifted up to you, and any that we hold in our heart that were not expressed out loud. Thank you that each one is answered for the best and highest good of all. We honor you, we love you, and we so appreciate every miracle that comes our way. Amen. All right, let's do some loving on each other. What do you say? Let me get Leo singing to us. And let's get on with this beautiful, beautiful day that we have ahead of us.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The
Thank you, Marietta, for the AAA. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for being with us.
Cup of full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is
Thank you,
the
Charlie.
winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day.
Thank you,
To
Auntie
start the day
Jean.
on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. There really is no secret.
There really is no secret
Accept, align, allow.
except align.
Morning cup of full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of full of joy. Cup of full of joy. Give me a cup Give me cup of joy. 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 Give me full of joy. Give me cup 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 of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Thank you for helping our Leo with a big woo. And yes, we do love our Leo, don't we? Thank you, everyone, for being here. May you have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. I'll be back in an hour with Dr. Ruth Anderson. We're going to do some meditation excavation this morning. So come join us at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. We will see you then. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning on Kappa. I love you so much.